Did you know that 70% of what people watch and see on YouTube is determined by the platform's algorithm? If you're a new content creator or you're just curious to know, well, this video is for you, especially for my small content creators who are trying to get their channel up there, get the subscribers, get those watch outs, get monetized. Stay tuned because we're going to dive into the new algorithm changes for YouTube in 2024. Let's go.
I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling just loving this moment.
There are 5 main points we'll be covering in today's video. Number 1, 2024 algorithm update. Number 2, the impact on the different types of content. Number 3, how to adapt to these changes. Number 4, the common misconceptions and mistakes people make. Number 5, my predictions and future trends. In the past, YouTube was all about videos. Teaching someone something new. The more videos you posted out there, the more it tried to get your channel the reach that it needed. But now with the algorithm changes, YouTube is more likely wanting to match people to the type of content that they want to watch. They really want to make sure that the audience is not just getting a whole lot of videos all at once, having different niches, topics and whatnot. Now they actually want to match you exactly to the type of content that you watch, whether it's vlogs, whether it's how-tos, whether it's gaming, whether it's cooking, cleaning, specifically to your niche. So YouTube is all about viewer satisfaction. No longer a whole lot of videos, but actually satisfying the viewer who's on YouTube and making them stay so they can watch longer and make more money for the platform. The top ranking factor for YouTube viewers and satisfaction is engagement. And engagement is made up of 3 components: the click-through rate, the viewer retention, as well as the watch duration. Click-through rate is when people see your thumbnail, how many click on it immediately to see what it's about. Watch duration, of course, if you have a 15-minute video, are the audience watching for the first 2 minutes or they're watching for the entire 15 minutes? And the third one, viewer retention, yes, how long people stay when they actually click into your video. And this is why everyone's YouTube homepage is so different. All of this and the algorithm and how it makes up your homepage is by the types of videos that you watch. Your retention when you're watching a certain video, how quickly you like the video, how quickly you dislike the video, and therefore it's able to sift through all of the different videos and only show to you things that it, according to its algorithm, you only interested in. This is super exciting for smaller content creators because now you don't have to compete with older YouTube channels that have huge channels, huge subscribers, huge watch hours, and they have a lot of views. No, as long as you're within the niche, your video is now being shown to people's homepages all over, which is making it easier for people to find you, subscribe, watch, and get you that monetization. Okay? There are a number of features that YouTube has introduced in order to help you see what is happening with your channel and enable you to analyze it properly and see if you're growing or if you're not growing at all. Number 1 is the enhanced analytical dashboard. So your analytics shows you the demography, the age, the viewer retention, which videos are doing well, which videos are not doing well, the click-through rate, all of that in order to help you understand how people receive the type of videos or content that you're putting out there. It also has real-time views where you can actually go and see how many people are watching a certain video in real time. I find this super cool because when I first started YouTube, we didn't have the real-time count. You kind of just refreshed and saw how many views you get. But now you actually get to see which videos are being currently watched by people, how many people are watching them, and how people are receiving the content or the video that you put out there. Super cool. There is now algorithm transparency, like I said, where you can see everything in real time all the time. I love now they have suggestions on the type of content you should try and shoot according to how people are receiving the type of content that you put out there. There is better video tagging, where now it's able to tag and put your content into different timestamps so people can see when it is that you're talking about the sky, when are you talking about the couch, when are you talking about the bathroom, so they can skip through the video to the parts that are actually necessary for them and the parts that they are interested in. So this really helps you as a content creator be in charge of your channel and really be able to see how your videos are doing and to see where you can improve anytime. Next point, number 2, the impact this new algorithm change has on different types of contents. We'll start with vlogs. For vlogs, there's an increased focus on storytelling. Your vlog really needs to take the viewer through a story of your life, depending on what aspect of a vlog that you're doing, whether it's in a day in a life, week in a life, or month in a life. So, as well as personal connections, the more personal you get on your vlog and you get to make people feel like they can relate to you, the better those vlogs do. Well-paced, transitions. Are you taking us through things? Are you telling us what you're going to do, or are you doing what you need to do? So don't just vlog for the sake of vlogging. Oh, today I'm going to the mall, a few snippets of the mall, you buying something, you eating, laughing with a friend, then you're on to day 2. No, take us through an actual day. Plan. I'm going to get up in the morning, I'm going to make a cup of coffee, I'm going to show the coffee, I'm going to pour the water in, I'm going to show that angle. Take us through an actual storyline. I always call it a little series, and that is what's going to get people hooked from the word go. Also remember, with vlogs, the more you talk, the more bored people get. So you have to be very creative with your transitions, as well as how you pace your content throughout your vlog. Action versus speaking. You have to ensure that you are getting the viewer to stay onto your video and watch for as long as possible. So if you don't hear anything else, storytelling and personal connections in vlogs is key if you want the algorithm to work for you. Include interactive elements like questions, polls. Allow the viewer to be able to interact in your vlog while they're watching by having little prompts that you ask them throughout the vlog to ensure that you're also getting your engagement up high. For tutorials, these are retention-based success. How long you can get someone to watch that video and replay it as many times as possible. Niche expertise. Don't think about the big picture. No. Zoom it all the way into a specific point where you're an expert and you're teaching something specific. That's how you're able to drive it into a niche focused point. So when you think about tutorials, think retention, think niche. What is currently working well for tutorials? Step-by-step guides. Break it down to the bare basics. Act like whoever is watching your video has no idea how to start. If you're telling people how to start a YouTube channel, go into the actual app, download the app, go into the app, create an account for yourself, go into the plus sign, upload a video. All the small step-by-step guides that will enable someone who has no idea to be able to tackle that and do it. Longer based videos are also doing well, going into as much details as possible. Anything ranging from 15 to 30 minutes and you are golden. You want people to watch your video, be enlightened, and want to rewatch it and write notes down because you're so specific. You're literally giving someone a step-by-step guide that they don't even have to use the internet to read, but actually listen and get in the information that you're giving and get yourself that watch time. Educational videos also follow the same format. Think about depth over breadth. The more singular and more focused a specific niche and topic is, and the more in-depth it is, the more you're able to get that audience to stay and listen to your educational videos. Also, think about longer running videos, 20 minutes plus, where you dive in and, like I said in the previous one, step-by-step guide, so whoever is watching, they're able to get something from it, learn, write notes, go back and want to rewatch it because it was so good and they want to try it themselves. Okay? Also, think about creating a series or a playlist, so that once they've watched this video, it connects into the next, which will enable them on this journey according to whatever educational topic that you're trying to deliver to them. Series are best. Engagement as well. You also want to think of prompts and little cues or polls that you want people to take throughout your video, so that you are getting that engagement and your audience is locked in and they're able to write down their feedback or write down their answers in the questions, and they feel like they're with you while they're watching that video. Short form content like YouTube Shorts is all about high consumption, quick, trendy, able to get the person to focus for less than a minute and move on to the next one. So here you really want to be quick on trends. If there's a trend, you jump on it, you do it. There's not much planning when it comes to shorts, because trends, like I said, change over time all the time. So you really need to be on it when it comes to this specific content creation. Fast-paced, engaging content, niche specific. The more niche specific you are when it comes to shorts, the better it is you're able to engage your audience. If you're doing get ready with me's, if you're doing funny videos, if you're doing cooking, if you're doing makeup, anything niche specific that you're able to deliver. Think of hooks. If you're gonna do a story time, why are men like this? Then you start your short. Now you got people hooked in the first few seconds because they know what is to follow, but now they're interested to hear, why are your thoughts like this? So hooks and whatever you say in the first 3 seconds of your short determines how long people stay and watch your video. And the last type of content is community posts. Like I said, the algorithm really wants to build a community. It wants to build people to see channels that they're able to engage with and channels and content that they're most likely to watch. So you really want to engage your audience and get them to know you a bit more than what they see in your other content, like your vlogs or your educationals or your tutorials. This is where you post, think of it like a mini Instagram. This is where you post everyday pictures of whatever that you're doing, or you post something that's going to link onto the next video that you're about to upload or that's already up. Or you post polls, questions, things that allow people to see that you are creating content for them. Hey guys, I'm really thinking about creating longer vlogs. Let's say 20 minutes plus. How do you feel? What is your favorite length in vlogs? Is it 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes? There's a poll. People can choose. They're able to vote, and then you're able to see how long your audience really wants to see you. Hey guys, it's been such a rough day for me. I'm so sick. I was supposed to upload this video, but I haven't. Please look at my old videos, and there's a picture of you in bed, red-nosed, with tissues and tea in your hand. You're relatable. People feel like they know you. Not that you have to expose every single aspect of your life, but think about it as they've seen the movie. Now they want to speak to the actress and get to know them a little bit more. So utilize your engagement posts for any content that you're posting, because then people are able to see there's the content creator and there's Lwando, an actual person. Number 3, how to adapt to these changes. You want to prioritize viewer retention. The first 15 to 30 seconds of your video is so important. You want to look at hooks, interesting, fun ways to capture your audience so that they know whatever it is that you're about to say, they're already interested in the first under a minute of what you've said in your video. Start immediately with a bold statement, a question, an intriguing statement that's going to get people to stay and watch your video and get that viewer retention. Break up longer segments into smaller segments. Add questions, add pop-ups, make it interesting. Don't just make your video one way. Zoom in when you need to, zoom out when you need to. Change your location. Move around so that your 30-minute video is not stuck in one place, but showing different aspects, different backgrounds, so that people are interested and they really want to stay tuned and watch your video. Deliver value. The question you should ask yourself is, what is someone going to learn from this? And this is for all 5 different content creating ideas and topics that I've spoken about today. Whether it is a vlog, whether it is a tutorial, an educational segment, a short, or a community post, what value am I bringing to the audience? What are they going to learn from my content, and what are they going to take home? Are they still going to think about it at the end of my video? Value, very important. You also want to optimize engagement, call to action, questions, quizzes, polls. Always ensure that your audience is able to interact and engage on the content and videos that you put out there. Community interaction, engage. There's nothing worse than when you go into a video, people have so many comments and there is nothing from the creator. Try to respond as soon as you can to comments that you get on your videos. For other viewers who are coming in and seeing your video for the first time, they see that you are proactive, you are watching and seeing what people are saying, and you're able to deliver more value or answer more questions that you weren't able to maybe talk about in your video, or you're able to say, hey, I'll do a follow-up video. Then people know they can look forward to that. If you're not looking at your comments and seeing questions or statements people are making, then how do you know how they feel about your content? So please ensure that you engage and you answer those questions, and you engage for all the different comments that people write down on your content. Also experiment with different lengths and formats. Try shorter, try longer. Try to see if I work in my lounge, if I work in my bedroom, different lighting, different zoom in and out aspects. Try to experiment with different video lengths and see which one works for you. Your analytics dashboard will tell you exactly at what point there's a spike or people stop watching. So then you know, maybe I should cut that one short, or I should make that a bit longer. So always check and see what it is that's working well and experiment to try and get the best video for your audience. Incorporate shorts and live streams. Even if you're a long form content creator like myself, incorporating shorts has really actually helped me get audience and grow, and also show different aspects of my life. I usually was into educational sit down videos and vlogs. Then I started incorporating shorts, get ready with me's for curvy girls, makeup, or me walking out of a certain restaurant with a caption on there, walking into Monday, like, you know what I mean? Different things in order for people to see different aspects of you, and try and see if you can also incorporate yourself into other content streams like shorts if you're a long form girl. Lives really help with your watch hours, getting more subscribers. People get to see you in real life without the edits, without the cutouts, without the mistakes. You in HD, they get to interact with you, ask you questions where you can actually answer live, and they're able to understand things more. And if you start programming your lives where they happen at a certain day all the time and people look forward to it, you're growing a base, you're growing an audience, you are engaging people, and you're gaining a community that's going to stick around, help your channel grow, and help you get more of that shmoney. Number 4, common misconceptions. The first one, certain types of content are being punished or demoted. The myth is that the 2024 algorithm punishes or demotes videos that don't fall into trending topics like shorts. Things like longer form videos are not getting more traction and being demoted by the platform due to the fact that they're not trendy and they're not short. No, that is definitely not what's going on. The reality is that YouTube promotes videos that actually get viewer retention. The longer someone watches and stays on your content and your video, the more YouTube actually pushes up that video. Remember, YouTube is a business. They need to make money out of you as much as you make money out of the platform. It's all about viewer retention. The key factors are viewer retention, relevance, and engagement to the audience, not the actual content itself. Myth number 2 is that the algorithm only favors new and trending content rather than evergreen content. That's not true. There's a belief that it only promotes the new and trending content, whereas the evergreen content, or content that can be seen over a longer amount of time, like educational videos, are being demoted by the platform. The reality is that while trending content can receive traction and popularity really easily, there is always a space for evergreen content. Evergreen content is like your educational videos, like your hospital bag, pack a hospital bag with me, do's and don'ts for newborns, newborn baby essentials. Content like that, there is no trend for it. People are always going to be pregnant. People are always going to be looking for parenting advice, trying to see what they can pack in their hospital bag, and those videos are the ones that actually are watched over and over and over again over a long period of time. My mommy content does so much better than my actual new vlogs because it's topics that people relate to at any space in any time. Evergreen content might not get popularity and views right away, but they always grow over time because there's always a niche for it. Clickbait titles and thumbnails are the best strategy. The myth is that the more clickbait you have, the more people you're able to get to see your video, therefore getting your video promoted, therefore getting more views and getting more attention. The reality is that while clickbait titles and thumbnails can get those clicks immediately for people to see, the algorithm is really all about viewer retention and engagement. So it's not a good idea to lie to your audience where they click onto something because they want to see something and end up seeing something else. That builds a distrust in your community and just makes you look like someone who's not truthful. And therefore people are less likely to go into your content because they never go or see what it is that they're looking for. Be truthful. The audience that is for you will find you. There's no reason for you to make up thumbnails and titles in order to trick the person into watching your video. Yes, your click-through rate will be high, but then your viewer retention is low because as soon as they see the truth behind the video, they're like, man, this is not what I signed up for. This is not what I wanted to see. So don't do that, okay? Don't do that. Even me, myself, as someone who consumes video, YouTube videos, I cannot stand when I click into something and it's nothing of what I saw on the actual thumbnail or the title. Don't trick people because they will leave faster than they clicked on that video. YouTube favors larger channels over small ones. There's a myth or misconception that YouTube promotes larger channels with larger subscribers, larger views than smaller ones who've started, and therefore when you start a YouTube channel it's really difficult as a content creator to grow. The reality is that that is not what the algorithm is about at all. It's all about promoting videos that actually get the viewer attention and the engagement. I probably sound like a stuck record saying the same thing all the time, but the YouTube algorithm is all about viewer satisfaction, which is in the viewer attention, the engagement, and the relevancy. If your video is relevant to that particular person, then YouTube will promote it to that particular person's homepage, which is amazing because it means that smaller YouTube channels are able to be shown on people's homepages with bigger YouTube channels as well. It's all about relevancy and whether or not that person is interested in that specific niche or that type of video. So if you're a small-time content creator, this is a big deal for you. You're not fighting to try to be the best or the biggest. You're being shown because your video is relevant to that person and therefore fills up that homepage with all those other bigger channels as well. And the last myth, you must post daily to succeed. People have this misconception that the more you post, the more success you have or the more success your channel will have. And the reality is that there is nothing to do with your frequency. It has everything to do with your video and what it is that you're giving to the audience that is watching. Again, viewer attention and engagement. Posting your video could get you a lot of engagement, yes, but if your video is not providing value to the audience and really allowing them to stick and stay and watch for long, then it's pointless. Always think about quality over quantity. And these are my future predictions, which is the final point, future predictions for the future when it comes to the algorithm. Honestly, I feel that it will still continue to target and promote channels that are all about viewer retention and engagement, all about viewer satisfaction and ensuring that people stay on YouTube and keep watching the videos in order to keep making money for the business. So I think that those two aspects of factors will always win in future algorithm changes. I also believe there'll be more growth on niche specific communities and related videos. The more specific your niche is, the better your channel will go because you have a set audience who's interested in that particular niche. Niche could be fishing, homemaking, vlogs, educational videos on mommies, new dads and how they feel about being parents, relationship advice, marriage, whether it be Bible or church. Niche specific communities will continue to see growth and success in their channels, I feel, in the future of the algorithm changes. I think there'll be a big expansion of short-term content and communities, as we've seen with the other platforms like TikTok, where it grew because it's all about short form content. I feel there'll be more growth on that as well. Maybe we'll be able to just specifically be able to look at just short and just long form or some kind of incorporation, but short form is going to get more and more traction as the algorithm keeps changing. Also, increase transparency for content creators and creator support. I think that YouTube is going to try more and more to get the content creators on there to be more successful by helping them, by giving them more in-depth analytics of their dashboards, maybe giving them better suggestions on videos they can create, maybe allowing them to see specifically which topics are doing well, what people want to hear, what people are searching. I think that will continue to get better, as there is a function that shows what people are searching for, but it's not really specific, it's very broad. I think they'll specify it even more and tell you exactly what it is, or kind of information that people want to see or are typing or questioning to see when they're on YouTube. And my last prediction is that there will be a greater use of AI integration and machines. AI will probably be available to give you word for word what kind of content to say, what to do, what kind of specific videos to look out for. Like now you can chat to AI on your WhatsApp and your Instagram and everything else. I think maybe YouTube will start incorporating that, especially for content creators. And yeah, guys, that is it. That is my video. I hope this has been super helpful. Remember to please subscribe, like, share if this video really helped you. If you have any questions that you'd like to ask in the comment section down below that you feel like I didn't cover today, please let me know. Also, what was the most interesting point or fact that you learned today? What is something that you need to change or incorporate in your channel? And what is it that you're excited to see in the future? And do you think this algorithm change is fair? Do you think it's great for smaller content creators? Or do you think that it's still putting a barrier and a hold on smaller, newer content creators that have started and trying to get their channel up there? Let me know in the comments, and we'll see each other again in the next one. Bye!